Hello and welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. Hopefully you are doing well today. Let's get into our email. Let's see what we have going on. Let's do this build here. It says, what's up? I need a new PC. Can you help? I need this PC to hit at least 8413 in benchmarks. I want the system cooled with a custom loop. We've got to get it done in 6 days. I read that Corsair parts are really good. Don't try and pass off any used parts. I want all new stuff. So budget of $4 grand, 3D Mark score of 8413, and custom water cooling for the CPU and GPU. Let's go ahead and accept that one. I saw some up here. Here's one. It says, can you help me out with something? I need something repaired. Sometimes it just locks up when I try to turn it on. Do you think you could do all of that by tomorrow? Do you like cable modding? I saw some great braided orange ones the other day. I think I clicked on something bad. So they need to have their PSU and air cooler replaced. And they need it done by tomorrow. Of course, everybody always needs everything done by tomorrow. But let's go ahead and accept that one. This one says, hey, something's definitely broken. Can you help me? I have no idea what's wrong. My daughter likes to take the RAM out and put it back in. Now it stopped working. Probably shouldn't let your kid take your RAM in and out. It's not really good for it. I'm gonna need it by tomorrow at the latest. Is it okay that it's so dusty? My kid's been using it and I'm getting some weird pop-ups. So not only does your kid like to take the RAM in and out, but they go to bad sites. Let's go ahead and accept that one. So let's go back to this build. I'm gonna step away, get some carts put into the shopping cart for this, and I will be right back. Alright, so for this build, for the water cooling parts, we've got a Corsair CPU block and a 360mm radiator. We're going to go with the EK 100 Revo reservoir and an Aorus RTX 2080 Super for the graphics card. Let's see, let's get to the shop here. For the rest of it, we're going to go with the ASRock Z390 Tai Chi, an i7 8086K, 4 sticks of Trident Z Royal 8GB 3200 MHz, a Corsair 4 Series MP500 M.2 drive, it's 960 gigs, a Corsair RM850X. We're going to put all of that in the Corsair IQ220T RGB airflow case in black. Also added some parts from the 2 repairs, so hopefully those will be all the parts that we need for those. But let's go ahead, buy everything now for next day delivery. We'll go into our day, we'll get on our parts and our repairs, and we can get to work. There we go. Get all of our parts. Let's get our 2 repairs up on the workbench. Oh, that one looks dusty. Oh, that one's way dusty. And let's get this case for our build. Get that put over here. You can also grab our post-it note and put it on there. All right, let's start with this one. Need to replace the PSU and the air cooler, so let's get the side of this thing taken off. We can go ahead and replace those 2 parts, see if that fixes everything that's wrong with it. Don't remember if this is the one where they wanted different colored cables. I'll have to check on that in a moment. Let's get this thing out of here. Oh. Those were useless screws. Let's take a look at power supplies. It is definitely broken. Let's go ahead. Let's get rid of that broken one. Let's grab this new one. We can get that installed. And then let's go check and make sure we don't need any special cables for C-Log. Look at our email here. Braided orange ones. Let's put some braided orange cables in here for C-Log. Braided orange. Ribbon braided, plain orange. Let's do those. We also need to replace this CPU cooler. We will do here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and remove this one. We can go ahead and grab some fresh thermal paste and put on there. Let's check and make sure it's actually broken. Oh, it's definitely broken. We can order the right thing. Yes. Sell off that broken one. We'll get our one measly $1. I don't even know who'd want to buy that. Something broken for $1. Let's cable it up. Let's see if this thing powers on. There we go. I think that's all they wanted done to it. We didn't need to run a virus scan or anything, did we? No. So let's get this case put back together. Let's see. Is it going to kill us when we put this PSU mount on? PSU mount. There we go. Nope, everything stayed green. Perfect. Get this side panel screwed on. We can put this out in the hall. We can start working on this dusty monster here. Let's get the side of this taken off. And we can start with some compressed air. See if we can't get some of this dust out of here. Man, this thing's dusty. It's like it's been sitting in somebody's attic. There's something, basement, I don't know. I think that's good. So I have a feeling on this one, this RAM is definitely broken. So let's take this stick of RAM out. Let's take a look. Oops, still didn't open the, there we go. Take this stick of RAM out. Let's have a look at it here. It's definitely broken, and I did order the right thing. So let's put that back in, the new one anyway. Let's grab a USB drive. Let's power this thing on. I have a feeling we're going to need to run a virus scan. So let's get that installed. Very slowly. Must not have an SSD in here. Yep, let's restart. Anytime. There we go. Alright, let's get this virus scanner running. 262. It's not the worst. Not the worst I've ever seen. I think that one's done as well. Let's go ahead, put the side panel back on this. And we can move on to our custom water-cooled build. Let's go throw this thing out in the hall. Maybe not throw it. Let's place it gently out into the hallway so we don't break it. Let's get this case taken apart. Ready to start installing some parts on here. Let's see. This thing's probably going to have to go. Let's get that out of there. These fans are going to have to go. We're going to put a radiator up in the front. But we can probably get one mounted up there in the top. Let's start with some water cooling parts first. Let's see what we can actually mount in this thing. Let's get this radiator mounted first. This beast of a Corsair radiator. Look at that thing. It is massively thick. Let's get our reservoir installed. Oh, I have two of these. Interesting. Get that installed back there. Let's see. Let's see if we can sneak a fan up in the top. One of these we pulled out of the front. Oh, we have to remove that dust cover. Now let's see if we can fit a fan in there. There we go. I don't think we could get another one because I think it would block those fittings on the radiator, so we'll leave that alone. Let's go ahead. Let's get our motherboard installed. We've got the ASRock Z390 Tai Chi. which somehow we snuck in past all of this stuff. I don't think that would normally work in real life. Let's get this thing ready for the CPU. We got 4 sticks of RAM going in here. Did I open that one? Guess we'll find out in a minute. Let's get our CPU in. We've got the 8086K. And then we've got 4 sticks. What am I looking for? RAM. Memory. Can't even think. Got 4 sticks of G-Skill Trident Z Royal in silver. 8 gig. 3200 megahertz. Let's do fits this PC. There we go. Get all 4 sticks of that installed. And then we can go ahead and get some thermal paste on this CPU. We can get our CPU block installed. It's the Corsair Hydro X series CPU block. We'll get that installed on there. All right. Let's get some storage on this thing. Got the Corsair MP500 960 gig M.2 drive. We will get that installed. Let's go ahead and grab our power supply. There's also Corsair, the RM850X. We will get that installed. Finally, let's grab our graphics card somewhere. Water cooled GPUs. There we go. Got the Aorus RTX 2080 Super. We'll get that installed. Okay. Put a little bit of this case back together. PC parts. Let's get some of these dust filters put in. Get this one on the front. Also get the panel. There we go. Let's cable this thing up. Let's see here. Let's add something with a little color. Let's do this plastic striped white and blue. Get this all wired up, and then we will run our piping. And we'll see if it actually works for us. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's do some clear rigid. And let's do some white fittings. Start here. Let's go from there to there. That works just fine. Go from there to there. We straighten that up just a little bit. Maybe not. Really? Huh. Guess it's gonna have to be at that angle. Then we can go from over here up to the radiator. Let's see if we can fix that though. Go straight. Okay, thing, calm down. We'll get you straightened out. There we go. Then we will go from the radiator. Whoops. Go from the radiator back to the CPU block. Let's fix that as well. Get that. That looks pretty straight. Across the top of the RAM. I can live with that. Let's get some coolant in there. Let's see here. Blue opaque. Oh yeah, that matches. While we're waiting on that to run through though, let's go ahead, grab a USB drive. We will get that installed. I like that blue, that looks nice. Alright, let's power this on. Oh, we're definitely going to have to change some colors. Let's hop into the BIOS real quick, though. Let's turn our XMP on. And we can let the OS install. Let's go ahead, let's get our lighting app on there and 3D Mark. We'll restart this thing and then we will change some colors. We've got all kinds of colors happening. Let's select it all. Let's just make it blue. Oops, not red. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, I've broken it. Angered it. There we go. Oh yeah. Man, I love that Trident Z Royal. Okay. Let's get a 3D Mark running. As soon as I have a score, I will come right back. Alright, so there you have it. 10,152. We needed 8413. So let's go ahead. Let's get this case put back together. We can get this thing out in the hallway and collect some money. There we go. I really like the way that one turned out. Looks good. Let's put this thing out in the hall. Okay. So let's go ahead, select that one. 4 stars. Whatever. Well, let's go ahead and collect that one. And let's collect this build. There we go. Got some more emails. Got some daily deals. Speaking of daily deals, let's check. I bet these are done, these auctions. So final bid on this one was 1143. Let's collect that. This one was 3341 and 4096. If you didn't see the episode where we built those, I'll put a link up in the upper right hand corner. Possibly in the next episode or two, we'll build some more of these and get them listed on PCBay. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified as soon as a video goes live. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, wash your hands, and I will see you in the next episode.